What do? What do? Um, that's gross. Game week 3 team reveal, and then we'll get into some trades. Talk about. Obviously, I spoke about the obvious ones earlier in the week. I want to talk about some pods that might work. Just a quick video, not too long today, nothing special. Tomorrow I might go live at 8:30 when teams get announced for the Chelsea game, and then answer some last questions. But without further ado, this is my team for the week. Oh, Haaland, Watkins, and Verts. Grealish, nah. It's the same team. I might be the only person in Australia, maybe. I don't know. Any active player. I hope there's more. I might be the only one at the moment who has not made any trades this week yet. I am going to. My plan is to wait till the very end, as close as we can to the Chelsea fixture, and we get the team list updates. Because I myself may hold Palmer because he's got 1 week to, well, he's got this week to recover. Then he's got pretty much 2 weeks for the next game. He won't be in the England squad. So 3 weeks between games. It should be long enough. So if he misses one, I'll be pretty happy because I expect, well, I think already 12% of players have sold him. Then he goes from the most owned player to someone that you can hold, and he may become a point of difference. Um, Achimpong, if you my cursor on this screen down there for you guys, yeah. Achimpong will be Calafiori. I've got enough money in the bank because I will be going Verts to Richarlison. I might use 3 trades if Palmer's out for a while. The news is a week. Well, not a week, but 1 game to 3 games. Saka's gone for a bit. I think it's 4 to 6 weeks. So I think, that's what we're looking at around that situation. Anyways, so Verts will go to Richarlison, which gives me an extra 3.5 mil. Then I can afford Achimpong up to Calafiori. And then I'm not sure. I might want to get Curran for the money boost. I might go Dewsbury Hall to Curran if I want. I'm I want to keep Bruno. Bruno's a set and forget for me. I think Grealish is going to be a set and forget after I watched him play. Honestly, we'll see. May or may not be because the midfield options aren't spectacular, and he is an attacker. He is a winger involved as a midfielder, same as someone else I spoke about on Tuesday. Um, that's the situation. I think I don't need a like I've got my VC loop in Trafford. I think he was so poor on the weekend. He can't start this week. If he does, Pep is just saying, mate, it's your team for now. We're not going to sign Donnarumma yet. I don't trust Edison. Well, I'm just over him essentially because Edison's a good goalkeeper. Van der Ven, I've got Van Dijk. I've got Truffert. I don't really want to go Calafiori and Van Dijk both starting, but I might have to, depending on the situation with my team. If I've got Richarlison can play. Um, so all 3 of them will be able to play. I can start Dewsbury Hall if I want to. So I got a 2-5-3. Um, so yeah, we will see, but it's going to look a little something like this, and then it gives me what? Where's my money? 2.1 spare. Um, Saar will increase. Grealish will increase in price. Van de Ven, nice increase. Vicario, nice increase. Truffert, a little bit, and it depends. Him, a lot. Juve, I think it's like him minus 10,000, I think, projected or whatever. Richarlison's like 2.5 mil or something. My things run out, so don't judge me. Don't judge me. Uh, but listen, I wanted to talk about differential pods that you can consider for your team. One of them being not this guy. I want to get rid of him. from this team right now. Uh, you can go Ekatike. I know he's probably not a pod now, but he is owned by 10%. But most people will bring in Richarlison. He's 8.2%. Another same thing. If you got to a bit of spare money after selling someone that's worth 8 to 10, you can bring Semenyo. You can bring in João Pedro, who's owned by 12.5. But if you want to go someone, he is the one. Can you see it? No, this one. Where is he? That one? Yeah. He's someone that you can look at bringing in. He's going to have a little bit of a price rise. He's gotten 22 points in the last two games, and he's only owned by 0.9% there. Um, he's someone you can target and go, yeah, he's still going to make me some money. Same with Gakpo. He's the other one. Gakpo's over 1.6%. So in the Discord at the start of the year, I did say that Gakpo is probably the player that I want to watch out for the most, and I don't grab him. I went with Verts instead, like a complete spastic, and ruin it all. And yeah, I'm not too worried about my team and the situation at the moment. Uh, I think this guy is still an option to bring in if you want to set and forget. Um, I'll be honest with you. I can share with you the way that I feel like I'm going to go. I want to end up with. Can I can't do more than one, but that's probably what I want to end up with this week. Just simple. Do what everyone's doing. I've obviously lost. I don't know. I feel like I've built my squad in defence a little bit and then lost a little bit with Verts, but Richarlison's going good. I still feel my team's strong enough. My team wasn't outrageous to begin with. I thought it was, pretty steady. I've been pretty vocal about what I want to do. I want Van Dijk and I want one more. Then a third one, but for the bench. I want to have two here. I end up wanting to go to a 2-5-3. Very simple, very easy. Have two defenders playing each week. A fifth defender possibly being the loop, just in case on the eventual goalkeeper loop. He's a loop for now. Like I said, I think he will be. We'll see. And then maybe a defensive one just in case the backup fixture is always going to be early, but with the EPL and Champions League kicking off soon enough, all the teams in the Champions League should be playing a bit later, which buys us enough time. But a lot of our captain options are playing later in the week. So, yeah, so I'm only going to hold Calafiori for probably 2 weeks until his price maxes out, and then I'll drop him to a bottom dollar player. Not interested, because if I can go from him, and then I can eventually upgrade Van de Ven, or I don't know, even him maybe like upgrade. We'll see, or I just move sideways because he's not going to be a player that's going to maintain that for a long time. I do want to end up with three premiums here. I want obviously him. I do want him and him there. I need to work on building these guys and figuring out the quickest way that I can go to the top. There is a chance that he stays long term playing as a winger. He's going to go. Him will become Rodri, and the other might end up being Reinders. I don't know. I wish Semenyo or someone was kicked there, to be honest. But yeah, the two pods of choice that I think you should entertain is definitely the two that I mentioned. For a defensive pod, Maxime Lacroix, for sure. This guy, right here. Um, Very strong in defense. He's winning everything. His defensive contributions are through the roof. And Palace won't concede too many goals, and he's a little bit less than Munoz, so that's good to see. I don't know what to do with him because they're playing Man United. I'd love to bring him in and just go bang like Calafiori, Cullen, and Richarlison. I don't want to waste that third one. Maybe I could go Dewsbury Hall to Cullen and then Cullen drop down. That could be an option. They got Richarlison, Calafiori. If yeah, I can. I guess I can do that, which gives me a lot of money because, like I said, Richarlison. I probably go to someone else cheap there. Well, no, I don't want to go too cheap up front as well because I don't want to lose that money. If you know what I mean, like I don't want to have to keep chopping and changing with my money, and we'll see, we'll see. But yeah, Chalobah's a good defensive pod at the moment. We'll make some money this week. Pedro Buchareo will make some money. Vicario is going to make us money. Two 14-point games, which is good. Pickford, Caicedo, Saliba's all right too. Raya, Tavernier, Brandon Johnson. I want to see if is there a couple of players that are in this game. Players. I want to just see if some players of interest that are supposedly like we'll go Crystal Palace and forwards. Is Pino in this team yet? No, he's not. Hmm. Ismail Assar's a great buy in my opinion. Like he's great. If Mateta drops too, I'd be interested in Mateta, just depending on how bad he goes. Um, who else? Who else? Who else signed? Um, yeah, there was a few signings. There was a big day for signings actually. Nothing there. Alexander Isak is still owned by 2.5%. What are you doing? What are you doing? These two, especially him, 1.5% and 1%. They're both massive chance. Okay, I'm going to go on record to say that you might, I believe Man U will find form, and it's about when. And I think owning either one of these three, you can say, are going to win you a lot of your leagues if it's overall because you want to. A lot of people are going to miss them and not be involved with wanting them because look at the ownership 1%, 1.5%, 2.4% because it's Man United. I do think at some point this season, their luck's going to change. And I think you'll need to own one of them. I'm very interested in Embuemo. I want him to blank again. I would like him to blank because I would like to own him. If you give me a team with Embuemo, Salah, and Haaland up front, I think I take that now. And it's like, how quick do I want to get there? I'm not worried about my defense. I want three premium forwards because I want three major different possibilities for. If you want to include Palmer, that's four different opportunities to captain, vice captain every single week. So I'm not losing out. That is like four different premiums. So we'll see what happens this week. I'm interested in seeing like we've got the fixtures here, and I'll give you my predictions. So Chelsea, Fulham. I think Chelsea wins. I don't like what Fulham's doing. Um, Man U, Burnley. I think Man U win. I think they get it done, and I think Mbeumo and that score a couple goals. And I think that's where I'm going to get the shits because everyone's going to get him. Sunderland versus Brentford. Sunderland because Brentford's away from home. I don't like Brentford. If they're not home, Tottenham versus Bournemouth, Tottenham. Wolves, Everton, draw. Leeds, Newcastle, draw. Right, Man City, Habakkuk. Nottingham Forest, West Ham, Nottingham Forest. Liverpool, Arsenal. Hmm. I see it as a draw. Like I can see Arsenal getting a result, but I also can't because of the Saka and Odegaard injury. Um, Arsenal's team just their starting 11's just been together a bit longer, in my opinion. I know Eze's probably just going to slot right into this team too. Um, but yeah, it just all depends, man. I don't really know. Have they changed Eze over yet? Sorry, and Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace. I'd be backing Crystal Palace to win. Aston Villa suck. I'm not joking. They're terrible. Where is Arsenal midfielder? Eberechi Eze. Okay, so he has been put down there. All right, we'll see how we go. Declan Rice, Zubimendi, Odegaard, little Skelly. Well, that's it for me. It's quick and short, 15 minutes. Uh, yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It's been a busy week for me. I watched all the games throughout the week. I think I only caught like 3 games or 4 games. No, 4 games live. This last week, I think maybe could have been more. I stayed up the whole Saturday night, but and then Liverpool and us. Oh yeah, maybe 5. Um, so yeah, hoping to bounce back next week. This week, I wouldn't mind Liverpool doing Arsenal because I've got a feeling I want to put Calafiori on the bench. It's just I feel like there's going to be a statement made by either Liverpool or Arsenal, and I think it's more likely to be Liverpool at Anfield. And I think it's going to come from Verts, and I think Verts is coming out of my team, so I'm a little bit worried. But I'm playing my percentages, and he hasn't turned up so far, so I will be getting rid of him because I need to make some money before I make on to the bigger plays. So yeah, anyway, it's me done. Enjoy your weekend. I'll probably go live tomorrow. Join the Discord, and yeah, any other dramas, let me know. Give me a fucking call out. You know what I mean? See you later.